between the teacher and the student is one of the first principles of teaching and learning. And that is critical. And if you think about it, mostly it's like lecture. And even if a child is using just the curriculum, just reading the books and answering questions, that's really not the conversation.
Right.
Not
Exactly.
You know, so this interaction, there's several ways that we interact. And interaction between the teacher and the student is critical because you're getting that feedback.
Exactly, because that's how you then bounce
Yes.
your student and bring them the next question. It's not just, oh, okay, we covered this one, now let's go on to the next one. Because a lot of times there's many intermediate steps in there. And
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes. And if you're just doing a curriculum, they don't recognize where your student, your child, is really not getting it. And sometimes one of the things that when I first started in homeschooling, there were times when the books were encouraging us to move on when there was not really enough understanding. And sometimes they were giving us more than we needed, and they were bored.
Exactly. You need to know how to balance that. Exactly.
Yes. And so it's the teacher that is able to bring that alive. And in this interaction, one of the principles is called interaction, called synergy. And so it's not only just within the teacher student, but it's also oftentimes between the different subject matter. That's one of the things I love when we do the unit study or the teachable moments, because very often, especially in my field of literacy, much of that is very abstract.
Right.
Very abstract.
Yeah.
So when you interact and intersperse some of the very concrete subjects, things that a child or a middle schooler or even a high schooler can understand from a very concrete perspective, and then relate it through analogy and metaphor to something that's abstract, they're going to remember that.
Yeah. Yep.
And